Hello and welcome to another Kevin Entertainment video. It's Art here with the movie review for The Barbarian on HBO Max. It is, I think, exclusively on HBO Max and is a Halloween Alfred Hitchcockian style horror movie. It is about 91 minutes long, or actually it's an hour and 41 minutes. So it's 111 minutes long. And never have I seen a movie that I disliked more. Now, the monster in this movie was very well done, very grotesque. But the movie starts in the beginning, tells you a story of a woman and a man, a young woman and a young man. Then it restarts, tells you a story of an older man back in the past. And then it tells you, restarts again, and tells you of current future. And neither the three shall meet. They don't connect. There's no connections. There's plot holes abound. The only name that you'll recognize in this film is probably Justin Long. If you know who Justin Long is and what he's been in, he's in this. The cinematography is good, and the monster design is good. Other than that, the story is disjointed. It's discombobulated. It's not good. It's rather comical than, because the whole entire time I was watching the film with my family, I kept referencing that Geico commercial of what stupid people do in horror films. You know, what stupid horror characters do in horror films. Because this ticked every box. They went down the dark, creepy hallway. They didn't have weapons with them. They didn't bother to call the police. The police were non-responsive when they did call the police. Everywhere they thought they were safe, turned out they weren't safe. There were questions abound to the audience, and the movie was just not good. It was just an awful, awful, terrible movie. The fact that it false starts 3 times and then just abruptly ends when it ends, that reminded me of a much better movie in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. But at least when they abruptly ended, they did it for the comedic purpose. They did it with a comedic purpose. But The Barbarian is god-awful. It's barbaric that this movie was even made. Because I wasn't really expecting a horror film, but even when I watched the trailer, because I watched the trailer before we sat down and watched it as a family, when I watched the trailer, you get no inkling of what the movie's about. You get no idea that it's going to false start 3 times. You get no idea that it's going to have plot holes abound, and it's not going to tell you anything about the character who started the house and who was doing the monstrous things. You just see the woman open the door to this house that she pulls up to. Oh, by the way, that's how the movie starts. Is she pulls up to this house in Detroit, and the house is the only one fixed up on the block because it's an Airbnb house. She knocks on the door, and the house was rented to more than one person at the same time. Very plausible premise, but it goes downhill from there because you don't see the monster till halfway through the movie. You don't have any idea of what's going on till near the end of the movie. And then when you do get an idea of what's going on near the end of the movie, you get no satisfaction or payoff having sat there and watched the movie. The people that like this film, I can say from my own opinion, don't know what good cinema is. Because even though it was shot cinematographically in the Alfred Hitchcockian way, it was awful in the sense of the Hitchcockian films had plots, they got to the plots, they told a good story, they creeped you out, and they left you thinking. The only thing I can think about The Barbarian is, man, did I waste an hour and 41 minutes. So it goes without saying, this is a hard pass for me. It is a nope, fuck it. It's my own scale. It's a 0 popcorns out of 10. It is a 0 popcorns out of 10. This movie is a waste of your time. There's plenty of other great stuff to watch, even on HBO Max. There's better movies to watch that are Halloween-based movies, like any of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, or the Friday the 13th movies. There's any amount of good movie to watch on, if you want a Halloween-type scare. Hell, even if you like the Halloween movies, if that's your bag, they're personally not my bag. I find those comical. But at least those have somewhat of a plot that is cohesive, coherent, and followable. I think you'll leave The Barbarian with nothing more than a headache. That's why it's the first ever film to get 0 popcorns out of 10. It's god-awful. It shouldn't be watched. And you're welcome. This is a complete avoid from me. Don't bother. Don't bother. Don't bother. Watch this review before you watch the film. And if you've made it this far, you are watching it, and because this movie was god-awful. So with that said, if you did manage to watch it, let me know what you thought of it down below, or put another good Halloween scary type film. My favorite is actually, the one that still creeps me out, is Alfred Hitchcock's Birds. Whenever I see a gaggle of birds end up on electrical wire or phone wire, I'm like, let's back out of the situation. I've seen this in a movie before. So, you know, good horror movies make you stop and think. This is not one of them. This is not the case with this film. So until next time, you know I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Central, 10:30 a.m. Pacific, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. Please ding the notification bell to be notified when I upload a video. And without further ado, happy watching. I'll see you again soon. Find something else to watch. And peace.